This man was calmly fishing near the coastline of a Californian beach, Rodeo Beach to be precise. Everything was going normally when all of a sudden, he spotted a blob like no other. It had strangely squiggly arms and an even stranger appearance. Unlike others, who have called it a creature of myth and kept their distance, this man went straight toward it. This began his struggle to safely capture it and bring it to shore. It took him some time due to its extreme weight, as it appeared to be well over 40 pounds. However, nothing stood in his way. When he uploaded the footage online, people began calling it a mermaid. Some even claim that since no one can 100% specify the physical features of a mythical creature, this had to be one. Others called it the largest species of jellyfish, while the majority were simply baffled by the terrifying things washing up on beaches recently and decided to stay silent. Whether this was due to rising ocean temperatures or the fact that much of the ocean remains undiscovered cannot be said for sure. But the mythical and extremely bizarre jellyfish left everyone on edge. Rocky shadows. A man filming near a rocky shoreline noticed a strange movement through the water close to the edge. Yes, this time too, it wasn't your whale. It was a sea legend, added to the growing list of mermaid sightings around the world. Now the real question is, what is making them to move near shore? Maybe the water pollution? Well, it almost feels like they reveal themselves only when they decide, and maybe this time, they're finally ready to come closer to us. Caribbean mystery. This sighting from the moonlit coasts of the Caribbean shocked everyone. For days, people reported strange movements in the water, so marine experts went to check the area. Then, right in front of them, a figure glided out of the waves. It had human-like arms and the long tail of a fish. Its face stayed hidden, and in the next second, it vanished with a huge splash. The proof was out. It was a legendary mermaid finally showing itself. Scientists now say these beings appear only when the sea is calm and the tides are right. The area has been closed to fishermen, and researchers are quietly studying the waters. For the Caribbean, this felt like one of the greatest discoveries ever, and maybe only the beginning. Deep terror. Strange news has surfaced from the depths of the ocean. During an underwater research mission, a team working with NASA recorded shocking footage of an unknown being. The creature swam close to the camera, paused for a moment, and then pulled back like it was frightened. For a split second, its face appeared. It looked like a young girl, but from the waist down, it wasn't something easily explainable. Many believe the video shows something very close to the mermaids we hear about in legends. Reports claim the footage was captured more than 3,000 meters below the sea. So far, NASA has made no official comment. Some things in the ocean stay hidden for a reason, and maybe this was never meant to be found. Alaskan hunt. It was late at night when a small boat moved across the cold Alaskan waters. After a while, the crew felt something strange. They weren't alone. Something was following them.
They're still on us! Faster! Catch it! Oh my god, look at that! Hold on, stay right there!
One man took out his phone and filmed the waves behind the boat. For a brief moment, a face came out of the water. It looked human, but also like a fish. It looked like a mermaid. Soon, more figures moved under the water. They were a group of mermaids, moving together like hunters. The boat sped up, but why were they behind the boat? Maybe the mermaids were warning them to stay away from their area. Whatever the reason, the video showed that these beings were real, and not friendly at all.
She almost grabbed it! Go, go, go! Throttle wide, now! Hang on back there! Throttle wide, they're still coming!
Silent glimpse. The ocean sometimes brings visitors we were never meant to see. A traveler walking along a beach noticed movement in the water. At first, he thought he might be lucky enough to spot a whale, but fate had something else written for him. There it was, a mermaid, gliding gracefully through the waves. He quickly shared the video online. Some viewers dismissed it as a girl in a costume, but the way it moved made that explanation hard to believe. The traveler had witnessed a 1 in a million sighting for sure. I can only hope to see something like this one day. Do you expect the same way? Let me know in the comments. Eerie eyes. A fisherman lowered his camera beneath his boat, expecting to see nothing more than minnows and cloudy water. But instead, something stared back. Out of the murky haze, a figure began to take shape. Long, pale, and disturbingly human-like. Its eyes were hollow and completely black, yet its face looked shockingly close to ours. The fisherman panicked and pulled the camera up just as the figure glided past, leaving behind only a few seconds of chilling footage. Whether it was a human-shaped fish or a true mermaid, one thing is certain. Something unknown was moving that boat below. River horror. A fisherman on the Peran River spotted something unusual breaking the water's surface. Only the head of a creature completely black appeared, and its face hinted eerily at a human shape. Shockingly, it was canning the area. The grainy video didn't reveal much, but it spread quickly, catching the attention of the local community. Soon, other ship captains came forward, saying they had seen it too, but with a long tail. Well, this sighting and such speculations pointed to one theory, that it means our 80% water doesn't only have mermaids, but merman too. British coast. People walking along the British coast were stunned when they spotted a strange figure washed up on the sand. At first, it looked like it could be a whale, or maybe a large seal, but as they moved closer, the shape felt wrong. The bones were too human. The skeleton showed a clear upper torso, and attached to it, a long, powerful tail. After the video ended, officials quickly closed off the area, and later, experts revealed the remains matched what many legends describe as a mermaid. And judging by its size, this wasn't a small creature. Well, mermaids are not limited to one place. They exist across the world's oceans, hidden until moments like this force the truth into the open. Chilean enigma. A woman in Chile recorded something strange in the ocean. In her video, several figures moved together through the water, but not like normal sea animals. Some people said it looked like whales, but the shapes seemed too human-like. They moved almost upright, more like mermaids or sirens than anything else. What made it even creepier was the timing. After the recent earthquake in Russia, the deep ocean near that region seemed disturbed, as if something hidden for centuries had been pushed closer to the surface. Well, this incident only suggested that the sea might still hold beings we are not ready to understand. Ocean stalker. A traveler walking along a quiet beach noticed something strange in the shallow waves. At first glance, it looked human, but the lower half had a long, fish-like tail. For a moment, he froze, unsure if what he was seeing could be real. To the traveler, it looked like a mermaid, though some people later claimed it was just a girl in a costume. Well, a few days later, a local fisherman reported seeing similar figures near the dock, moving with speed and grace no ordinary swimmer could match. It made him wonder if the earlier sighting was the same. Perhaps these sightings show that stories of folklore were closer to reality than we think. Drone surprise. A marine biologist flew a drone over shallow coastal waters just to study regular sea life, but the camera recorded something no one expected. Deep under the surface, a figure moved fast and smoothly. It wasn't a blur, and it wasn't a shadow. The drone clearly showed what looked like a mermaid swimming on its own. Because this was filmed with professional research gear, the clip raised serious concerns. If one were there, Others could be nearby. Experts quietly banned the area for swimming and made a base for the search operation. It feels like we've been sharing that shoreline with them all along, quietly observing us from below. Shore secrets. This one felt different from all other mermaid stories. Most sightings show them hiding under the water, far from human eyes. But here, the scene was right on the shore. Two figures were sitting on the rocks near the coast, as if they had stopped to rest after swimming. They looked calm, but the sounds they made were unsettling and strange. After a short while, both shapes slid back into the water and vanished into the waves. The moment felt real enough to leave people thinking that now they did not care about staying hidden anymore. Naval sighting. A viral video recorded by Taiwan Navy sailors has sparked a wave of curiosity online. While patrolling open waters, the sailors noticed a driver and started filming. But just after a few seconds, it became clear. It was a mermaid. Some argued it was just an illusion caused by water and light, but the movement felt deliberate. Impossible to explain easily. The short clip continues to fuel debate, especially as it coincides with other recent mermaid sightings around the world. Could these beings be appearing in more places than we realize? You'd better get ready for the next sighting. Siren sighting. A chilling video sent to us shows a mysterious figure in the water, seen by a fisherman. At first, it appeared to be a yellow cloth floating, but the reality was far stranger. When locals revealed that it was one of the legendary sirens, half bird, half woman, known to lure sailors to shipwrecks with their haunting songs. The fisherman stayed back, knowing that getting too close could make him their next victim. This sighting reminds us that some legends might still roam the seas, unseen yet risky close. Water phantom. Bizarre footage taken by a man near the water has left viewers completely confused. In the clip, a strange figure can be seen jumping across the surface in a way that doesn't seem to follow any rule of gravity. Its outline looked delicate, almost like a fairy. When the video spread, guesses exploded online. Some viewers insisted it was a fairy, but local fishermen had a different idea. They claimed it looked more like an alien new species, especially since they've seen strange discs rise from the water and shoot into the sky before. Maybe what the camera captured wasn't magic at all, but a new kind of visitor we barely understand. Hidden depth. A wildlife photographer headed into a quiet forest lake, hoping to capture rare animals on camera. But this abandoned place had something very different waiting for him. Through his lens, he noticed what looked like a girl swimming across the water. Then she turned, and he saw the long tail. It wasn't a girl at all. It was a mermaid. Suddenly, the abandoned warning made sense. The lake wasn't empty. It was being kept hidden. Some believe the authorities are protecting whatever lives there. Others whisper that something far more secretive is happening, and this lake may be hiding experiments the world was never meant to see. Greenland waters. This footage takes us back to the 18th century. A Royal Navy officer patrolling the icy waters off Greenland reported seeing a gigantic snake-like creature moving through the sea. Witnesses claimed it stretched over 60 feet long. Was it a true sea serpent, or some unknown prehistoric survivor like a titanoboa? The officers could only watch in disbelief. To this day, the ocean keeps its secrets, and some say the cold waters of Greenland may still hide monsters no one has dared to witness back again. Carolina encounter. Off the coast of North Carolina, the ocean became the stage for an unbelievable sighting. A local was filming the calm blue water when a strange shape suddenly surfaced. It had a long tail, rose for only a second, and then slipped back below as if it never existed. The witness said it looked almost identical to the legendary Loch Ness monster from Scotland. This mysterious sighting has everyone wondering, could North Carolina have its very own Nessie? Scottish legend. A tourist filming near a quiet Scottish lake noticed something moving beneath the surface. A massive, dark shadow glided through the water. Then a huge fin slowly broke through the waves. For a moment, it looked exactly like the creature people have whispered about for years, the Loch Ness Monster. How something so large survives in a freshwater lake is still unexplained. Some believe it's the same dragon-like being once said to be trapped by an ancient saint. Others think it may be a survivor from a forgotten time. According to locals, it's still there, waiting beneath the waters. Highland Lake. In Highland, Scotland, the lake suddenly made headlines again in December 2024, again after a strange video appeared online. A tourist recorded a massive, dark figure moving through the water, with a long neck rising above the surface. To many, it looked exactly like the legendary Loch Ness Monster. The sightings of the Loch Ness Lake are increasing day by day, and every time it shows up with a tail, well, maybe the next sighting will reveal its true self. River creature. From far away, a man zoomed his camera toward the river and saw something huge moving in the water. A long, smooth shape slid quietly through the waves. It barely showed itself, but it was clear this wasn't a normal sea creature. It looked like a giant snake, maybe even a sea serpent. As it moved closer to the shore, more of its long body appeared. Then, suddenly, it slipped back under the water and disappeared. People still argue about what it was, a snake or some undiscovered sea creature. Well, for now, the true identity of the clip has remained a mystery. White creature. A breathtaking moment for whale watchers off the coast of Hokkaido, Japan, was captured by a wildlife photographer. While observing a pod of orcas, he noticed something unusual. Two of them were completely white. These rare white orcas swam gracefully alongside the rest of the pod, moving in perfect sync. Their unusual coloration is believed to be caused by leucism or albinism, rare genetic conditions that affect pigmentation. Many had wished to see such a rare sight, and that day, the photographer finally met the dream of many. Mississippi River. A fisherman was on the Mississippi River when something strange happened. The water suddenly splashed like something was under it. Then, for a few seconds, a huge head with spikes came out of the river before disappearing again. It wasn't like any fish he had seen. Much bigger, almost like a creature from a long time ago. Now, people wonder if the river hides an ancient monster, a kind of river dragon that has stayed hidden for years. Chilean creature. While filming the calm waters of Chile, she suddenly noticed a strange shape rising above the surface, its tail impossibly long. The figure moved slowly across the lake, and she had no idea what it could be. An unknown cryptid? A titanoboa? Locals whispered that the waters were cursed by a saint and held a leviathan. The way the serpent glided suggested it wasn't just swimming, but patrolling a territory sealed off from the world. This sighting shows that some lakes aren't just ecosystems, they are prisons for ancient beings. The chilling truth is that as the curse fades, these monsters are becoming visible to our modern eyes. Prespa monster. While walking near the Great Prespa Lake, a man decided to go boating on the Albanian side. Suddenly, a long, unusual neck emerged slowly from the lake. The sight was shocking. Its shape reminded him of the legendary Loch Ness Monster. For a few tense moments, it glided across the water before vanishing beneath the surface. Giant fish. The fisherman started recording just as the water erupted violently. Near the wooden pier, a massive dark shape surged upward, towering above the waves for a brief, shocking moment. Its size felt unnatural, too large, too powerful to be any ordinary sea creature. He watched from the shore as it crashed back down, sending water flying in every direction. It was none other than a Megalodon, revealing its true power. Not long after, another fisherman shared footage of a second giant Megalodon. The encounter was terrifyingly close, but unforgettable, leaving everyone who saw it in disbelief. Ocean Phantom. In August 2010, a group of divers were exploring Sagami Bay in Japan. Deep underwater, their camera showed a strange figure lying near the ocean floor. It had a wide mouth, pale eyes, and a body that did not look like any sea animal they knew. Later, a marine researcher shared another clip from deeper waters and said it looked like the Ningen, a creature some say lives in the cold oceans. Pale follower. A family was enjoying a boat trip. A mysterious white creature suddenly surfaced. It didn't just drift near the boat. It moved as if chasing them. The only clear feature was its round, pale head. Maybe it was a Ningen, or even the human-shaped sea giant from old stories. Whatever it was, it followed them across the waves. Deep predator. An underwater camera on a Pacific oil rig captured a sight that shook the crew. The live feed showed a dark shadow gliding through the depths. Its shape resembled a mosasaur, a sea predator thought to have vanished millions of years ago. It moved silently, almost as if guarding its territory. The creature wasn't lost. It had returned. The footage ended abruptly, but the warning was clear. The deep ocean isn't quiet anymore, and maybe it never truly belonged to us. Floating enigma. While capturing the beauty of a calm river, a man suddenly noticed a strange creature floating in the water. At first glance, it appeared to be part of a giant fish or a creature from another world. Its purplish color and oval-shaped head made it look even stranger. But as it drifted closer to the bridge, its true identity became clear. It was a blanket octopus, known for its striking and unique defensive mechanism. Keep your eyes open. Nature often reveals surprises when least expected. Hidden neck. Do you think the Loch Ness sightings have finally ended? Not quite. A local recently captured another glimpse, though the exact location remains a mystery. The footage shows only a neck hidden in the water, briefly breaking the surface before disappearing. The video ends too soon, leaving the lake calm again. But maybe it's only waiting for the next moment to show us its true appearance. Lost giants. A scuba diver went deep into the ocean, hoping to film sharks, when an enormous shape moved right behind him. At first, he thought it was a whale, but it was different, huge, long, and shaped like a creature from the age of dinosaurs. Not just one, but two of these massive beings silently passed by, gliding through the dark waters. The diver captured the entire encounter on camera, stunned many. Maybe these ancient creatures never left the world and are still roaming the unexplored parts of the ocean. All authorities need is to just explore the oceans. Rising serpent. A video filmed in Indonesia has suddenly brought back the legends people thought were long gone. In the recording, a long, snake-like shape moves slowly through the dark water, too big and too controlled to be just a fish. Very quickly, people started calling it another sea serpent sighting. What's unsettling is how many of these sightings are now coming from Indonesia. Some believe something is forcing these old creatures to rise closer to the surface. Maybe pollution, maybe disturbance, maybe something we still don't understand. One thing is certain. Anyone standing near the water should be careful, because the next time one appears, it might be right in front of you. Silent Titan. You won't believe what the divers captured. In the deep blue, a dark shape moved slowly beneath the surface, its shadow spreading wide enough to make the nearby divers look tiny. For a brief moment, it felt otherworldly, and something not meant to be seen. It glided silently, effortlessly, leaving the team unsure what they were witnessing. Then, reviewing the footage closely, they revealed the truth. It was a massive manta ray, stretching nearly 29 feet across, one of the ocean's gentlest giants. Rare, intelligent, and almost never seen this close. As it is hard to find it on the surface, maybe searching for food pushed her over there. That day, luck was on their side to witness such a silent titan of the sea. Winged shadow. A man was standing by the water when he noticed something unusual drifting just beneath the surface. The water was clear, almost too clear, and at first, the shape looked like a shadow spreading wide wings. It moved slowly and silently, gliding across the water like a massive living cape. For a few moments he couldn't believe his eyes, imagining it to be something extraordinary, almost supernatural. Hybrid horror. While trekking through a remote, densely forested trail, a hiker paused to record the scenery, but captured something horrifying instead. From the stream, a strange baby-like figure emerged and made his way on a rock at the water's edge. Its appearance was unlike anything known, a disturbingly human-like face combined with the tail of an alligator. The sight was enough for him to freak out. He just ended the video and left, never to return. Could it be a failed scientific experiment abandoned in the forest, or a cryptid long hidden from human eyes? The call is all yours. Swamp dragon. A man exploring a quiet swamp captured a sight that left him stunned. Something moved beneath the water, its shape unlike any animal he had seen. Its head and body hinted at a creature out of legend, almost like a baby dragon hiding in the reeds. No known species matched its form, and its presence seemed impossible. The footage now raises questions about what really lives in these remote wetlands. Creatures that remain hidden from science, waiting quietly beneath the surface. Grotto pup. On October 26, 2025, near Sistema Sac Actun in Quintana Roo, Mexico, a beachgoer witnessed something completely unexpected. A strange octopus-like creature appeared, its fleshy body glowing purple, with 8 thick, anemone-like legs. At first, it seemed playful, pressing a ball across the sand. But then, without warning, it sprayed a burst of white water toward the onlooker.
All right, it's just, what is that? The ball. Oh, it moved! Holy, okay, backing up.
The moment was enough to identify it. Octopodus ludus, locally known among cave divers as the grotto pup. Unlike most sea creatures, it displayed clear social behavior, interacting with its environment almost like a playful mammal. A rare sight for anyone witnessing it firsthand.
It's crushing it. Listen to that. It's taking it.
Winged frog. A local was walking by a small stream when he noticed a tiny frog unlike any he had seen before. Its body was small, but delicate wings stretched wide from its back, almost like a butterfly's. A flying frog shouldn't exist, yet there it was, hovering over the water. Some think it could be a rare mutation caused by the environment, while others wonder if it's a mix of species nature never intended. Whatever the truth, the sight was a reminder that the natural world still holds mysteries we haven't begun to understand. Eclipse beast. On September 17th, 2025, deep in the Gulf of America, marine biologists captured footage of a colossal octopus, unlike anything recorded before. Its tentacles stretched longer, like wild enough to go anyone crazy. Well, its body was massive. The strangest part? The timing was uncanny. This discovery came just after a series of eclipses and strange lunar shifts that had already unsettled the Gulf's tides. Locals have started calling it the eclipse octopus. Scientists are studying it, but locals are wary. They whisper that such a creature appears only when the balance of the sea is disturbed. Maybe its presence is more than biology. It could be a warning from the deep. Grinning lizard. By the riverbank, a man noticed movement in the water and paused. At first, it seemed like debris drifting with the current, until it slowly lifted its head.
There's a straight, look at that thing.
What rose from the surface looked like an oversized gecko, larger than any reptile he had seen. But the strangest part wasn't the size, it was the face. Calm, almost peaceful, and shaped into a quiet smile. He stayed frozen as the creature eased closer and opened its mouth in silence. Those who later watched the footage believe this may not be an ordinary animal at all, possibly something ancient, never meant to be revealed.
Oh, just open his mouth.
Dock creature. A man filming near a quiet dock captured a shocking sight. In the footage, a pale, humanoid figure slowly emerged from the water. It gripped the wooden post, pulling its upper body out with steady, controlled movements. As the light hit it, a long, fish-like tail became visible beneath the surface.
Is that a person?
No way, man.
Somebody call! Back up! Get away from the rail. You hear me?
The clip quickly went viral, with viewers debating whether it was a cryptid or an unknown type of mermaid. The eerie part? It wasn't just in the water. It climbed onto the dock. Was it searching for something, or trying to send a warning? What do you think?
It's looking right at us.
Oh my god. It's sliding under!
Leviathan turtle. This video captured by a tourist is going viral. He spotted a strange shape that surfaced slowly, and its outline unsettled viewers almost instantly. It looked like the head of a giant turtle, complete with a snout-like hole at the front. The closest known match with that feature is the pig-nosed turtle. Others noticed similarities to giant softshell turtles, though none recorded came anywhere close to the size suggested in the footage. Skeptics argue the image could be pareidolia or a digital illusion. Believers disagree. They say the shape, movement, and detail feel too precise to dismiss. For them, the video hints at something undocumented, a possible leviathan, briefly revealing itself before sinking back into the water. Crimson Claw. A man walking past a quiet stream accidentally filmed a shocking sight. In the shallow water, a giant crayfish appeared, unlike anything most people had ever seen. Its eyes glowed a deep red, and its body looked far larger than any normal species. The way it stared toward the camera felt almost unreal, like it didn't belong here. When the clip went online, many said it had to be edited. But experts confirmed the footage was genuine. Now scientists are studying the area, unsure whether this is a rare mutation or a hidden species that has stayed unseen for centuries. Let's move towards our subscribers' pick of the day. You don't normally expect to see something magical on a simple boat ride, but that's exactly what happened when a boater noticed a huge shape gliding beside him. It shimmered just beneath the surface, perfectly visible through the clear water. As it moved closer, he realized it wasn't a shark or a whale. It was a manta ray. But not just any manta ray. This one was completely white and massive. Its wings spread nearly 23 feet across, drifting through the ocean like a ghost. Most manta rays are dark. A white one is beyond rare. That day, he witnessed something people only see once in a lifetime.